All right. Couch Critics. I think this is 7. I don't know. I have a bad habit of just saying how many we've done. But Couch Critics, it's Monday, y'all. Welcome back. If you were trying to watch the regular It's Monday, y'all episode this week, it was postponed because of Memorial Day weekend. So, Freddie, we will get to that. But last week, we talked about how we were going to watch Obsession. This week, unfortunately, delayed a week. And instead, we did Project Hail Mary, one of the biggest movies of the year so far. Very, very, very positive reviews from this movie. Ryan Gosling, all that good stuff. Gentlemen, did either of you have an opportunity to go see this movie in theaters as I recommended?
I did. I watched it from home, but I can
Oh,
definitely see that it should have been watched in the theater. I don't think that's gonna sway my grading system.
okay.
No, I think it's just more
Yeah.
experience
It
than
would have been
anything.
cool.
To be in the theater on the big screen with that, visuals, sound, etcetera, but I'm not sure it's gonna sway me.
Okay. All right. All right.
Yes, I actually made the trip, and I'll explain when I go, but I did, and I was highly recommended by Nolan to see it in the movie theater. I'm glad I did. I told Sarah that I was going to see it because obviously Wednesday's her golf league. She's like, you probably could have watched that at home. I was like, I probably could have, but I'm glad I did it. I'm glad I did it, and then a couple of reasons why. But who's going first?
It's been a while since I went first. I think it's only fair. All right, great. So I saw this movie the weekend it came out, to no one's surprise. So that was a couple of weeks ago, if I'm not mistaken. This is probably Project Hail Mary, probably the movie of the year for me so far, from what I've seen. I think that it's definitely tough because you've got Project Hail Mary, and then you have Dune 3 that's coming out later this year. You have Odyssey that's supposed to be pretty good, star-studded cast coming out in about a month and a half. And then you also have Avengers Doomsday. So this movie is up against some other, I guess, highly anticipated films of the year. But I mean, in terms of what we've seen so far, this is the best movie. I think that I was hesitant at first to see it because I'm such a big Interstellar fan, huge fan of Matthew McConaughey. So I was thinking it's like a spin-off version of Interstellar, or sort of a 2026 version of that. But it's not anything like it. I think that it was refreshing. I think that it tells a good story. The beginning is kind of sad, like the first couple of minutes. So sort of brace yourself for that. But then once you get through it, the middle parts, the relationship that he builds with the rock, is that fair enough to call it that? Is it a rock? Just like
Rocky.
a
Well, Rocky. Yeah.
Rocky. Yeah, Rocky. I think that that was awesome. You had that glimpse of sort of the sadness where he realizes that, the rock might be in trouble, or Rocky might be in trouble. And then I think the ending just was perfect. It pieces it all together. I was so worried that they weren't going to show us what happens after, but then showing us that how they made it work for Gosling to stay on their planet, I think was just a terrific ending. But I've heard some controversy around that end because I'm here to say I probably should have prefaced with this at the beginning. I did not read the book. So, from what I've read online, there are people that are upset with the ending because it is different, I believe, than what the book has,
So,
which
but
is
you don't know what the ending of the book was? Like the
it's been,
difference between the 2?
to be fair, it's been a while since I read those reports because I was reading them when I saw the movie a couple of weeks ago. But from what I read, it was people were upset with the ending because it's not the same as the book. Almost like the book is the movie is a 95% replica of what the book has. And then the ending is the only thing that's different for whatever reason. But since I haven't read the book, I don't know the book ending. I think this was a good ending. I enjoyed it. I liked it. I thought the movie
That's
was
why I enjoyed it too, so I'm curious what would make it better.
Yeah. I think it's more of people just have to find something to complain about.
Fair.
So they're like, well, why is the rest of the movie identical? And then the ending changes. It's like, okay, whatever. But again, I didn't read the book. I won't read the book because I'm not a reader. So don't ask me to read for
Fair.
all of our listeners out there. But it's 156 minutes. So it is a long movie, about 2.5 hours, 2 hours and 40 minutes. And I think you're entertained for the whole 2 hours and 40 minutes. Some really cool visuals, some really unique things that I've never seen before in a movie. So on Letterboxd is a 4.3 out of 5. So it now takes the cake as the highest movie that we have talked about on this show. And I rated it a 4.5 out of 5. Huge fan.
Nice.
Huge
Nice.
fan. I forget why I did there was a reason. Well, let me see. I probably said it here. Okay, no, I didn't say why. Oh, I said, yeah, if someone you know says this isn't a good movie, then they are the performative type. So be careful, gents, with your reviews. But anyways, that there you
I'm
go.
I'm never scared to give my review. Fred, you want to go? You want me to?
You go.
Okay,
I just
I would
feel
love
like
to.
I'm the performative guy in this, so go ahead.
Okay, fair enough. So, number one, I want to say this is a movie, a perfect example of why I thought this podcast would be good for me. This got me to see a movie I would have never watched in a million years. I'm not a sci-fi guy by any stretch. If I watched the preview, I'd be like, "Meh, I couldn't see myself watching this. I don't like the science movies. I don't like sci-fi. I am a Ryan Gosling fan, right? I did take Nolan's advice and I went to watch it in the theater, like I said earlier, which I'm going to comment about that particular experience here in a minute. But hands down, blown away at how much I enjoyed this movie. I left the movie and all I wanted to do, I wanted to call you guys and talk about the movie. But I was like, just save it and save it for the podcast. And I loved it. There was only myself and one other individual in the movie. So this is day two or time two of me going to the movies by myself, and I love every second of it. Now, 2 hours and 30 minutes is a long time for me. Like that's a long time for me. So if I had any negative about the movie, it's the length of the movie. But after the movie on my way home, I was thinking like, well, what could have been cut out of this movie to shorten this movie? And there's not one thing in that movie that I could have thought they could have shortened to like make the movie shorter. I think it was phenomenal, to be honest with you. Again, to Nolan's point, the relationship between Rocky and Ryan Gosling's character Grace, I believe was his name in the movie, was really good. I was actually blown away at when they were doing the flashbacks of how he got to the point of where he did and how he got on the ship. So kind of a spoiler that he didn't have an intention of actually doing this suicide mission, quote unquote, which was, I think that made the movie even crazier too, halfway, three-quarters of the way through the movie. But I loved it. I absolutely loved it. It's highly recommended. I was blown away. And to be honest with you, Nolan, I'm a huge, huge, huge McConaughey fan. I never saw Interstellar because it's a science movie. My daughter told me that I'm a poser of a McConaughey fan for not seeing the movie. I am going to make sure I watch that movie this weekend. And I think this is, like I said, this is why I want to do this. This is broadening my horizons as far as movie experience. So I want to thank you, Nolan. I want to thank you, Fred, for having me the opportunity to be on this podcast. I love every second of it, but I love the movie. I'm giving it a 3.9. I don't know if I'm ready to go over 4 yet. I don't know if I'm waiting for something else, but hands down, awesome, awesome movie.
Give Devil Wears Prada 2 a 4.7, but can't go over 4 for Project Hail Mary. For the best movies of the year.
I'm an Anne Hathaway fan. What do you want me to do? You throw a McConaughey movie, I'll probably throw a 5.9 on something that McConaughey did, maybe even the Interstellar.
Freddie, were you shocked to hear that the guy who didn't know Dave Franco had a brother hasn't seen Interstellar?
Not surprised at all. I am surprised. I'll tell you the one thing I was surprised about with Brad was how amazing he spoke of the movie and then gave it a 3.8. Like,
Literally,
I think a 3.8's a great movie. I think the 3.8's a great rating.
Anything over 4 is considered great. But like,
you want me to up it? Do you think I should up it?
I want you to leave it where you see do.
I'm going 3.9.
My thing is, now I feel like I'm not going to even come close with my enthusiasm to both of you guys.
As me.
But my number's going to be right around Brad.
Yeah, see, that's why I kind of, if you run back the tape, my face when you say it was like, not because I thought that your score was low. I thought that your score was low in comparison to the review that you gave.
Yes.
Like you were like, I'm so glad we're doing this podcast because it got me to watch this movie. And then you're like 3.9. I thought point below Devil Wears Prada 2.
Devil Wears Prada 2 is a different category, different movie genre. And it's Anne Hathaway. If Anne Hathaway was up in space with Guy and Gosling, I probably would have gave it a 4.8.
Sure,
or Emma Stone.
Yeah, for sure. As far as I went to see it at Nolan's movie theater. And so what I'm going to do now is, Nolan, what we're going to do next week is we're going to have what they call, what we do in the biz, we call them a listing appointment. I felt bad that is your movie theater by your home. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna sell your house. We're gonna move you closer to an Imagine, and I'm doing this just for you, buddy." What a terrible movie theater, Nolan. I
Listen,
feel bad that that's where you go to. There was one employee working. The like 2.5 hours without being reclining is brutal. And my leg was cramping up. My seat was squeaking, but thank gosh there was only one other person, so I moved over to another seat because it was squeaking so loud. And I will never go back there. I will never go back there, Nolan. And my other biggest gripe, but I didn't realize it because I don't know that mall very well because I don't go out there, is I went to the entrance through the mall. And I'm like, this is terrible. Like, why would I want to do this? I don't even like going to big department stores and have to go. But then when I left, I realized I could have just went around the corner and gone in had I asked. But Nolan, I just feel bad that that's your movie theater and I need to move you closer. I have some nice condos right here by Imagine where you and Sarah can actually hold hands and walk across the street to Imagine. So I'm thinking maybe probably Tuesday around 2:30 or something. We're going to come do a little comparative analysis of your home and we'll get you out of there, buddy.
listen. See, but you attending the movie theater allows us to get new seats. When a celebrity from Rochester comes to Lake Orion or comes to Auburn Hills, because it's in Auburn Hills, and graces them with their presence, they got to do the
Maybe.
updates.
Okay.
So I'm actually happy that you said that.
Okay.
But
All right.
keep in,
Hey, look, if for the people, as Fred says, I'm here for the people.
yeah, new Hopcat in that
Did
right
see
there though.
that.
Did you see
I
that?
did see that. Yeah.
Yep.
I think
You got Miyakos, you got Hibachi, Hopcat,
Little
and an
Rainforest
Cafe.
Cafe.
Forest
terrible place,
Cafe.
by the way.
Yep.
Terrible place. The food's terrible. Fred and I, we ate it where whatever it was before that. I think you were with me. I know Ryan and Lisa were with me, but it was a different bar. What was Hopcat before that?
Bar Louie.
Yeah. Yeah. I've eaten there when it was Bar Louie. Fred, take it away, my friend. What'd you think?
For starters, the AMC Great Lakes, is that what you're talking about?
Yes.
I frequented it a lot. I have no problem with it, but it's more of
Yeah,
being
but you're from Jersey. That's like how movie
yes,
theaters are.
and
Like
it's in a mall, so it's not a movie theater disconnected to a mall. So, like, that's maybe why, you may feel that way because kids are running through that place constantly. As for Imagine, I call it Imagine. I don't know if that's even the right term. You keep saying I
I'm good
imagine.
with it. I said Imagine.
Oh, okay. With an E.
But then
Okay. Yeah. We did go to Imagine. I mean, yeah, Imagine's cool. It's for grown up. It's like the grown up theater compared to the mall theaters. But I like the mall theaters. They're cool. I'm just, but that neither here nor there. Okay. I just want to preface the fact that the AMC theater is dope. It's for the people. And listen, it could be grimy, but like movie muck on your shoes is normal shit. Like that's a movie theater. Okay. So my review, it's not going to come as close to either one of yours, not with the enthusiasm, definitely. But an hour and 30 would have been fine. I think it was an hour too long. I watched it in two pieces. So I watched about almost 2 hours and then ate and stuff, watched the Yankee game, watched the last 40 minutes because it was just too long, too dragged out, too boring. I'm not a science guy either. So like I know you don't have to understand the actual science that's going on to enjoy the movie, but I think it does help me personally when I do understand what the hell's going on. I had no clue what the hell all that stuff means. I understand that he was on a mission to save civilization, and that's cool and stuff. But I'm not into space travel. I hate NASA. I'm not an alien guy. But I will say this. The most my emotions moved in throughout the entire film was thinking that Rocky was gone. Because like I don't really care when humans die in a film. I have no emotion to that. But dogs and stuff like that, and any kind of animal, stuff like that, I cannot stand it. So that was the only time my like emotions moved anyway throughout the whole movie. I was basically in a blank stare the entire movie watching it. Now, I am a Ryan Gosling guy. Awesome. Did a great job, but not really my cup of tea. I'm glad I watched it though, because it is on my list to watch. It's a big time film this year. I'm at like 3.5. I and the more I watched it, I was kind of like thinking about my score and thinking about how disappointed I was, I guess, in it not being in the fours and stuff. I think that one of the things was the length really killed me. There was so
It was long.
like when I liked a lot of the parts when he wasn't in space. Okay. So, but there wasn't that many. There was a time frame of like, 30-minute clips in a row where it's just him and Rocky. And it's kind of like, okay, like you could show that one time. And we get it. I don't understand. I'm not just, I can't relate to space travel and all that shit. I really don't care about space travel. I guess that's the thing too. Like, I don't give a shit about what's going on outside of my bubble, not even space.
Just that high rise, whatever's going on
Yeah,
right there.
this block, outside of here, do whatever the hell you want. But Ryan Gosling was great, which wasn't a shock. Anyone else in that role, not anyone else, but like maybe like a lower tier actor in that role, I think that it doesn't even make it. The movie doesn't even make it. Just because they need something to pay the bills when it's 4 hours long. Like, you need a draw if you're going to make a movie that long. Like, The Godfather had a draw, so like, and it also, The Godfather had an intermission. I was waiting for an intermission in this movie. Like, that's how dragged out I thought it was. If this movie was an hour and 30 minutes, I might put this in the fours. Just because it would have been condensed to this little story. But yeah, I'm going to stick with it. I'm going 3.5. I do want to ask you guys a question, though, individually, and a follow-up.
Fire away.
And a follow-up question. So my first question is this. If asked to go on a suicide mission to save civilization, would you do it? Now, if he was forced into it, I'm asking you voluntarily, would you do it?
You
I'll
want me
go
to go?
first.
Who's it for, Fred?
It's for each one of us, so I'll go first.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely not. No, not at all. I'm not risking my life like that. I thought about that the entire movie. Like when I go save the world, like Rocky was gonna help him get back, which I thought was amazing. With the friendship that they built and
But he
everything.
didn't. But going into it, he didn't know he was going to come back.
Right,
Yeah,
right. No,
yeah,
he wholeheartely
Yeah.
thought he was dying.
Yeah.
Right. No, 100%. I'm not doing that. I'm not going on a suicide mission. There's
Okay.
no way. No. Hand up. I'm for the people, but not really, I guess.
Voice of the voiceless. Sign me up.
That's why we love them.
Project.
That's why when you call me, Fred, I'm going to be like, hold on, let me patch Nolan in.
Long Walk, Project Hail Mary, Hunger Games. You say it, I got it. I'll represent the 48359.
What is that?
I'm assuming.
It's my zip code.
Yeah, I was saying that's Orient Township zip code.
Yeah. Or if they need me to, 49036.
Maybe that was.
That's Cold One.
I think I had a different zip code than the one that you said first.
You probably had 48362 or 48360.
0.
I can't believe you forgot your zip code.
That's a different district.
Yeah, I was Silver Bell and 24.
Yeah, you're 48362. I'm 48359. So me and the homie from AMC.
Okay.
We got this.
My answer to that is depending on the situation, right? I think.
Wait a second. Hold on. Before you finish the answer, how are you going to go to the fact that you could care less if people die? You only care about dogs, and yet depending on the situation, you're going to risk your life to save the world? This makes no sense. Please finish, but go ahead.
I'm saying it depends on the situation. If I was like down on my luck and like displaced or something like that, or serving time somewhere, I mean, you have to think of it that way. Like if you're serving 20 years in prison or something like that, would you do it then? Like, yeah, it would be a different answer. But yeah, so that's where I kind of like was thinking about it during the movie. Like, would I do this if I was him, a single teacher, no kids, no dog, right? So yeah, I get it. Also, man, fuck the government. I wouldn't do anything for free for the government or kill myself. So fuck them. You could find somebody to go do that shit, right? Like you got so many you got this boardroom of people telling you that you got to die for them. No, you go. Like I'm cool. You go. So fuck you. Fuck the government. Fuck Alphabet City. All the agencies. I'm saying it now. I don't give a fuck. So Alphabet Boys, fuck you. Second question would be this though.
Hold on one second. Let me just comment on this. I totally would do it if I was down on my luck facing prison. I thought the question was like, look, I have 4 kids,
Yeah,
a
no.
fucking wife, and a pretty
but they-
damn good life. Like, I'm not doing that shit. But if I was like in prison or like living on the streets or just single with yeah, fucking, I'll go do it. I'll be the man of the people. But
Yeah.
I got way too
Yeah.
many responsibilities here. I
No.
thought you were saying as is. Yeah, if I'm a prisoner, I'm out,
Oh,
bro.
yeah.
I'm out.
As is, no
I'm out.
fucking way.
No, as is, no way.
If I'm down on my luck, maybe, but again, I can't do it for the government. Man, I just can't. Like, if it was like
No, I would do it for the people.
if it was for the people, like a little non-profit organization asking me to do this, I probably would do it. But
I'm probably going to request some sort of like statue.
dude,
I want to know what's going to happen when I save the world. Like I need to,
also, yeah.
people need to know I did it.
Also, that was the other thing too that I was thinking about too. Like there was like no compensation for him doing this. Like what, they're gonna put like a statue up somewhere? Like, yeah, cool. I mean, like he should have made a list of every single person he knows and they're getting paid out. Like, like something like that. I get it, he had no wife and children and dog. But now my second question would be this though. After doing such a thing, right? Let's say you do it, right? No matter your situation. You end up with Rocky, right? With a chance to go back. Do you stay or do you go back to Earth?
I'm going back to Earth. I'm going to let everybody know that I saved their ass.
Well, they already know.
I mean, it would be hard pressed. Yeah, but I'm going to bring it up again. And it's going to be hard to like, I show up at the golf course and be like, hey, how's it going? I'm like, good. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. I want to let people know. I'm letting people know. I'm not going to live with a bunch of rocks. I do appreciate, I probably would figure out a way to bring Rocky with me, and I'm going to make the government pay for that. But, I might bring some of my rock friends, but I'm coming back here and I'm letting every single one of you know what I did for you.
Okay. You're on mute.
You're on mute.
Sorry, trying to eliminate the echo. My bad. Where's one of the first places you're taking Rocky when you get him there?
Jersey Shore. Probably the boardwalk.
Get a slice and hit the boardwalk.
Get some pizza,
Yeah, especially the way he eats too. That was pretty nasty.
That was weird.
But that's
That
like
was strange.
someone on the boardwalk eats like that. It's like
That's true. That is definitely how the Guidos eat that pizza.
South side or north side?
North Shore.
All the same, like I said.
North Shore.
No, it's totally different.
I think so, right? Yeah, I think I agree with Brad. Like at that point, you found a way to live through the unlivable scenario. So then the only reasonable explanation, like the only reasonable thing to do in that scenario is to let the world know that you've done the unthinkable. And it seems like Rocky knows how to get around. So I'm sure it's not that hard. Like if you're like, hey, Rock, we're going to go here and I need you to build us something that can get us back. So you can come back to Rockland if you want, but you got to go cash in your claim to fame for a bit. For sure.
Yeah.
Attend the Met Gala.
I mean, I would, I possibly may stay. I'm definitely going to make them sweat it out. Like, yeah, I'll come. And then, it's going to be, I'll be there on Saturday and I want the crowd set up, waiting for the thing to splash into the ocean. But I have no intention of coming. Like, like parades are going to be happening, but I'm just chilling with Rock. Like, I'm like, hey, Rock, check this out. Look at this feed that we got. Look at all these people waiting for me to fucking dive into the ocean in this fucking little machine that we built. Yeah, I'm not going this weekend. Then I would probably get back in touch with the folks here and say, something, backed up. It's going to be next weekend. And I would do that probably 25 times.
It's a lot of parades.
It's a lot of parades.
But
I saved the world.
But the thing is, yeah, you saved civilization. So it's not like they could be like, fuck this guy. They're like, so like every weekend, I'm taking every weekend and they're going to have a nice parade. They're all going to stand on the beach and wait for the thing to splash in the water. Navy, Coast Guard, copters, everybody's hanging around there waiting and nothing happens.
Love it.
Okay. All right. Well, that was good. That was good. I understand where you're coming from with your review. I think I find it weird though, that you say that you're not into aliens, and I'm pretty sure like 2 weeks ago you talked about watching the show Aliens. Am I crazy about that? Am I making that up?
Did I talk about it? I've seen the show Aliens. No.
Yeah.
Okay, so I watched Aliens Earth or whatever. I have a
Yeah.
list of TV shows and movies that are critically acclaimed, right? That are
Oh,
that have a nomination, right?
yeah. Yeah.
Whether it's Oscar, Emmy, SAG, any of that. That's how I make my list for movies and TV shows. And then I just go down, like, I ask Mary, like, I'll throw out like 5 off the list, and she'll be like, you could watch that by yourself, that by yourself, that by yourself, like, kind of thing. And yes, I did struggle through that, but like, I watched it, and it was one season. And so some of the shows that are on my list, I won't watch again.
I see.
Like Westworld. Have you watched West?
Yeah. That can't be up your alley.
No, but it was on my
Yeah.
list. So
Yeah.
so I
That show.
I finally watch it, and my sister talks crazy about it. Like, "Oh, it's great." So I watch it, and I was like, I couldn't wait. I can't watch a TV show and not finish it. So I just, like, would leave it on in the background and be on my phone and be like, "Oh, shit, another episode." Like, and just it was brutal. But so, like, when the next season came out, I didn't watch it.
Okay. All right. That makes sense. All right. Anything else on Project Hail Mary, gentlemen?
Nope. I'm
All
good, man.
right.
Great movie.
I will say this, though. Mary is reading the book. So
Will she come on and like explain the ending to us?
well, she didn't watch the movie with me because she said, "No, I don't wanna watch it. I'm reading the book, and I would just rather read the book." And I'm like, "Okay." So when she's done reading the book, I'll ask her how it ended, and I'll keep you guys updated on that.
I'm gonna ask her myself. I'm gonna be there in 25 days, my friend.
Whoa.
25 days.
There you have
I
it.
heard layover in Jackson
Layover in Jackson, then right to San Diego.
both ways.
Yeah, I requested that.
Yeah, and you
Mm.
stay a couple days there.
Yeah,
I got-
two.
Well,
Two full.
the all inclusive.
2 days, 3 nights. 2
Yeah,
nights, 3 days.
the all inclusive, right next to the gaming center.
Right.
All right, cool. All right. Anything else? Project Hail Mary?
Nope.
I can't remember the last time I watched a show. So I still need to finish Your Friends and Neighbors. I think I've been procrastinating on it so much that I think Friday, tomorrow, or today, if you're listening to this, is the final
Yes.
It
episode.
is.
Yeah.
I think.
I-
right? So
I
I'm
ran
perfect-
through that whole show on Saturday.
Yeah,
was raining.
Freddie told you that would happen.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now I'm perfectly timed. Sarah having a girls' night Friday. Boom. That'll be
Perfect.
done.
Yeah, we did it.
What'd you think of it, Fred? Where are you at in the show,
I'm caught up.
Nolan?
I have 3 more.
I have.
I got 7, 8, 9. That's what I got to
Yeah.
do.
Yeah,
Because 9 come.
I think we
think.
started on Sunday or Monday, and then so we're all caught up. Hacks series finale is tonight. Super pumped about that. Hacks is
Yeah,
funny.
I saw it. I
Hilarious.
didn't see the 3rd season. I saw the first 2.
So
Need to get
now
back on it.
tonight will be the series finale. So then you could just rip through that season. Great show, awesome. Show I'm watching right now is Palm Royale season 2. I don't know if it's an Apple show. Kristen Wiig, sorry, but it's star-studded. Ricky Martin, Carol Burnett. It's just
I thought she was dead.
well
Who
in
is
the
that?
movie she's actually in a coma, so it's pretty funny.
She's like 100, isn't she?
Yeah, she's awesome. But yeah, I'm watching that now. That's about it.
I watched the entire first season of Marshalls, the spinoff of Yellowstone.
I saw that
where
it
if you
just
watch,
finished.
if you watch Yellowstone, it's
Tasty.
Casey.
Yeah.
Right. That's right up Sarah and I's alley, like the murder mystery, like not murder, but like cop drama,
Crime
whatever
drama.
show, but crime drama. Yeah, there you go. I really liked it. I was a big fan of Casey and Yellowstone. I thought it was a good show. It's a
Yeah,
good show.
like-
I'm excited. I looked it up. They're picking up a season 2 of it. And then I'm looking forward to Dutton Ranch, but I'm not falling into that
No.
trap. I'm not doing the weekly shows. I'm waiting till it's done.
Yeah, I agree. And Mary was like, I thought you would want to start watching it. I'm like, absolutely not. I'm not waiting every week for a fucking episode to come out. So
Yeah, because there's 2 or there's 3 episodes that are like to be continued.
yeah.
And I would have been livid
Yeah.
if I was watching that on a weekly
I
basis.
just saw that like Marshall's came to an end. So I think we'll watch that.
Get on it. I think you'll enjoy it.
Bang. All right. Cool. I'll let you
Now,
guys-
I know we're committed to a movie next week. We're gonna do Obsession, but I'm a little upset because I'm looking forward to see Breadwinner, which comes out today. And I'm a huge Nate Bargatze fan. I think the movie's probably going to be stupid funny. A lot of people are not going to like it, but it's right up my alley. And I just absolutely, I think he's awesome. I feel like he is me and I am him. Like we're the same age. We have a younger sister. Everything he talks about, I feel like, yeah, that's cool. Like even the skit where he's like, yeah, my wife hired a contractor. I have no idea what they're doing. Like that's exactly what would happen in my house. Like,
okay, we can do that. I'm not tied down to Obsession. I mean, again, like I told you guys,
I do want to see this movie. Christian Brown went and saw it yesterday. Tuesday, he said it was really good. He's waiting. There's some other movies he's recommended that he wants us to go see. The Back Room or something like that.
It comes out today.
Yeah, which looks super weird. I know I'm gonna hate it, but I'm here for the podcast, guys.
Listen, we're gonna keep expanding your horizons.
I love it. Told you.
I think you gotta fix the rating on your thing though.
For today?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? Honestly, I do feel like I should have. I agree. I think it should be in the force. I don't normally go back on what I said, but I agree with you guys. I felt that, but I went a little low.
I think you went 3.9 because you were worried about being overly excited about it.
Yeah, fair, or like giving too high.
But
and
you were overly excited.
I was excited. I'm telling you. I left that movie so excited, and I didn't realize I gave 4.7. I was just pure emotion.
You almost bit my fucking head off when I was like 4.7. I was like, come on, like the best. Like you were like, I was like,
listen, I'm a vibes guy. I'm not a facts guy. I'm a vibes guy, and if I'm feeling it in the time, I'm gonna feel it. I'm a vibes guy.
All we're looking for is a little bit of consistency. That's all we're looking for.
It's not gonna happen. It depends on my vibe.
Okay, all right. Hey, also
I'll go a little higher.
That movie aired.
Go see it
in theater. March 20th, I think it was. That movie's been out for over 2 months. It's crazy. There's still people going to see it. Crazy.
Yeah, but me and one other person. She was there too.
What theater were you in? 15?
21.
Way back.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had you in the back in the dungeon. Okay. Yep. All right, gents. Well, it is way back. It's all the way down to the right.
She's not lying.
Yeah.
Where
yeah.
the fact that where the other exit is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes we park there when we would find out.
Smart. You know, good friend would have told me that, knowing that I was going over there, but that's okay.
I didn't know that you were going to that theater because you kept sending screenshots of different theaters. It was confusing. And we avoided a huge crisis because Freddy was trying to not participate this week. So we had to do a switch around.
It would have not been the same without Ferdinando on this.
For a guy like me who's looking for some consistency, I was kind of in shambles.
Fair enough. It was all time. It was like 5:20. Thank God I did it. I didn't get home till 1 a.m.
Are you complaining about it now? You just
the length of the movie. I loved it, but it was long. It was long. I think if I was at home, I probably would have scrolled my phone for the first 10 minutes of the movie.
Well, you're giving too much conflicting info. All right, guys. Well, it's Obsession, or are we doing Obsession or Breadwinner?
But I'm good to do Obsession.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Obsession it is. Have fun, gentlemen. Again, 750,000
boys.
for the movie. 75 million generated. What is that?
That's goodbye. In Rocky's language.
Yeah. Okay. All right. You guys
stay woke, kid.
Been 2 months since I've seen it. All right. Like and subscribe. See you guys.
Take care, boys.